So this video is probably going to be a hard video for me to do. And you can't necessarily say that this is unlike anything we haven't done because we never have done anything like this. We're not talking just about Loli, but we are talking about the other con that's below Loli. Like the other con that is, in my mind, a lot worse and far more extreme than regular Loli is. Like if you think you hate Lolicon and stuff, you haven't seen anything. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jason X4 here, and today this is a hard video to make because with Loli it's easier because everybody talks about it, it's expected honestly, and it's not really too badly wrong with it. But when you go to T, it's a whole different story. What I'm deciding to do is I'm going to just go out of my way and just go down the list of what a Loli is, and then go even further down as we go into T territory. So I'm pretty much gonna do my best to give you the details on all of it. So, and I mean, we're going from the highest to the absolute lowest. So without any further ado, let's break it down. Yes, indeed, let's break it down. Look, there ain't gonna be much fun in this video, obviously, so let me have my enjoyment here. So let's but for real this time, let's actually try to break this down. Anyway, let's just start off with the absolute highest of what you can go. High school characters in anime. You can have high school characters, everybody know what they look like, everybody knows exactly what this is. And you know, there's nothing hardly wrong with this when it comes to an anime sense or a fictional sense, because it's high school characters at this point. It doesn't matter. It does not matter in the slightest. People elude high school characters all the time. My Hero, Kakegurui sometimes, even though Kakegurui is severely lacking. You have high school DxD, plenty of high school characters that exist. Plenty of anime that goes into looting high school characters like it's just a regular Sunday work. Honestly, there is nothing weird when it comes to this, and even though people like to make some type of lame uproar when it comes to it, there is absolutely nothing weird when it comes to this category, because that's normal anime at its finest. That's typical anime at its best, honestly. When it comes to just regular Jentai, that's pretty much what you're gonna get. High school characters is like the least of anybody's concern when it comes down to this type of material. It does not matter in the slightest. Now we're about to move on to actual Loli territory, where you have Klee or Diona or Kana or whoever else that falls into that category. These are your actual Loli characters. These are your characters that, you know, people don't want to mess around with because weird stuff happens, but these are perfectly fine. They don't matter because it's fiction. Once again, there's nothing really too bad when it comes to this section. We defended this section multiple times and we are damn proud of it. Honestly, I feel like everybody comes to me because they just like, oh, this guy talks about Lolis and not ashamed of it and actually wants to keep it publicly open and talk about it. What? That's what? Really? Let's see what he has to say. So I feel like in that regard, I think a lot of people come to me just as because I have my takes on this, and honestly my viewpoints I feel like a lot of people could possibly agree with. I'm not gonna say on everything, but I feel like a lot of people could possibly agree with me when it comes to this, and I'm like the only person out here on the platform that actually is open to talk about it to like a whole door opening wide extent to talk about it. Like you got other people too, but like I feel like I'm the only one that really wants to go in on the subject on a higher level than a lot of other people wouldn't. So yeah, when it comes to these type of characters though, these are fine. These are the ones that we defended for a good minute. You might have some that are looking like, you know, Lolis with their nods. You also have ones that are like Lolis with different, but they are Lolis, but they have like a different age. You also have ones that don't look like a Loli at all, but they are, like Android 21. You have a bunch of other stuff when it comes to this category, and there's plenty of examples of that throughout all these other videos. If you like to see those, go to that playlist of exploring the anime Loli community, and you'll see a bunch of stuff when it comes to it, and you'll be well informed. So when it comes to Lolis, we already know what that is. I'm not going to waste so much time with that. But when it gets to TCon, that's a bit of a different story, because, and I can't even show any images of this because I'm not about to go that down. because my channel is already probably in the red. I don't want to get it in the even more in the red. So TCon is like Loli, except you turn the extremeness way the hell up, and everything just seems a little bit more wacky. Because it is an extreme form of lolicon or shotacon, however you feel about it, and pretty much it goes in. And I don't mean it just don't, you know, chill out. It actually goes in on the subject of what character you're looking up for. And to be perfectly honest, it is a bit uncomfortable. I would honestly have to say the TCon is a bit uncomfortable for me, mainly because it's just not the type of tea that I am able to, you know, take in. Now I will say there is some of it that is fine, and of course since it's all fiction it doesn't really matter, because if you're just into it, you're into it, that's fine because it's fiction. But it just it feels just a bit weird to me in certain ways when it comes to the TCon. Like, you can have your picks, like if it's drawn well, if it's like a character that I know, or it's like, you know, not highly detailed but drawn decently, I'll accept it, it's fine. But when you have like super high detailed of it, when it's super highly detailed, y'all know the ones, and it's like super, like really too good, and that's kind of like where the point of, you know, return, that's like where the point is. I'm just like, okay, that's a bit much. Like, there is darkness, but then there's like a deeper darkness, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to stay in the darkness a little bit, not because I want to, but just because, you know, I don't want to go advanced darkness, pretty much. I don't want to go there. So TCon, you don't even go by years anymore. Let's just say by that. You don't even go by years anymore. You go by the months, and it's weird as all hell. Personally, it's just not my cup of tea, and personally, I couldn't even be able to defend this one, even if I tried. Because Loli doesn't matter, it's about the body type, that's fine. But when you go to TCon, it's about action. It's about really going in on the age. It's not about, you know, talking about the body type, because there is nobody that looks like that. They actually go on the age. That's why you don't even see anime studios or Jentai studios go into their way to actually make material about TCon, because you just can't do anything with it. I mean, well, I won't say you can't do anything with it, they just don't do it because they know even that's a bit extreme. So, and I've yet to see an anime where they actually do go in on something like that. So definitely it is a very, very, very harsher version of Loli, but once again, it is fictional, and if you are into it, it's not horrible and it's not bad or anything, but it's just not my cup of tea. If it doesn't fall under the classifications of it's drawn well, if it's, you know, presented decently, it's fine. But if it goes in a way that it's just weird to me, I won't even bother with it, to be perfectly honest. It's very hard to come up with this video anyway, mainly because it's just like, how do I go about talking about this? Because again, yeah, it's fiction, sure, it's fine. You shouldn't feel any type of bad way if it's fiction, because, you know, it's fiction. But if it's, you know, but at the same time, there's only so much I can do. And honestly, I'm just the Loli expert here. I'm not going down the routes of TCon. Let's not do that. While I'll give you an official statement that it's fictional, it's fine if you're into it. They do have some things in there that is kind of okay, but there is a lot of things in there that are just like, I'm not sure about that one, Chief. So yeah, definitely there is a limit of where I will even go. Yes, there is a bit of a limit on my craziness and how far I will go on it. That's pretty much all I want to talk about for this one, so hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. Also follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and like to donate to the channel. Patreon is available as well. And until then, this is your boy Jay, sign off. Have a blessed day.
Baby, say my name as if you got a fucking clue. Always caught up in the moment, not condoning what I do. I've been messing with my chemistry to find the better me, putting thoughts up on the page in hopes that you could get to me. Been this way since legit, my brain couldn't quit. Running from my issues, roll the pain in a spliff, fade away every hit. Nobody needed me, too afraid to commit.